So, shut the door.
Okay.
On your way. So I have recorded this long video. Actually, it wasn't long, it was just 5 minutes. I've been talking for the last 5 minutes and the mic wasn't on. So, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about what kids need to learn about money. Let me use myself as an example. So, my parents, right, taught me every single thing that I know. When it comes to being an entrepreneur, my mom and my dad, they're literally high on my mentor list, especially my dad. My dad is a serial entrepreneur. English. My dad is a serial investor, and up until date is someone that I would just literally just sit down and just soak up all his knowledge. My mom as well. My mom, I remember when I was in when I was pretty young, right, because I'm the eldest and I've got 3 other siblings. My mom had 4 of us. She had a full-time job. She had side hustles, you know. So for me, looking and watching my parents, I learned a lot and I picked up a lot of skills, you know, by just watching them. But there's one aspect which I wish that they really went into detail, and that is about finances. They didn't specifically call it out or sit me down to say, look, this is how you should manage your finances, this is what you should do, this is what you shouldn't do. And is somebody calling me from work? It's 6:30. Oh, okay. So, welcome back. What was I saying? Let's talk about... Am I ever going to finish this video?
I'm sorry to distract you.
What is it?
Do you realize the cookie on the open?
Yeah, leave her alone. Eh? Let her do whatever she wants to do. Just go away. Give me 5 minutes. Hmm? You want? You're a cheeky sod. No, can you not do that, please? Everything is a struggle. Oh. Sanity. I'm gonna do this in 2 minutes and I'm done. Okay, so back to this video. So basically, there's certain things I wish that my parents actually sat me down and, like, the way they would teach you in school, pen and paper, teach me about finances. The way I see how my life was, right? You know what? Went to a good school, went to a good university, was given a good education. You know, I watched them on how they used to do things, how they live life, work ethic, how they invested, how to be a good entrepreneur. But there's one thing that I wish that my parents actually did in detail, which was to sit me down and talk about finances in plain black and white, you know. And for me, right, the way I saw it, like, you know, I was molded in a certain way, you know, and then just picked up and just into the world. So there's a lot of financial mistakes that I made in life, and now that I'm the wiser, I have said to myself that, look, I'm going to teach my children, you know, not to make the same mistakes that I did. If only a lot of parents would take, you know, that option, because they don't teach us half of the things that in real life in schools. So as an example, these are the few things I've been teaching my kids about finances. Number 1, budget. Okay, so as an example, I always have conversations with my daughter on how to budget. Exhibit A. So we did a little clip. Watch. What's mommy been teaching you about money?
How to do...
How to budget.
I couldn't remember.
The word, that's fine. Mommy has been teaching you how to budget. So basically, I've been teaching my little girl how to budget, okay? So as an example, if you've got £10, right, what do we normally do? We put £5 in
This box.
and we put the other £5 in
That box.
okay, and then mommy teaching you again
Budget.
how to budget. Okay, good. High five. Good. See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. So basically, budgeting is part and parcel of my life. In the last 4 or 5 years, I've been very diligent in following my budget, and it's actually changed my spending habits. It's changed my mindset as to how I spend my money. It's actually helped me to determine exactly what are my wants and what is the thing that I need. So I focus on the things that I need, and that's what I spend my money on. My wants, I can tweak it a little bit so it can change depending on a particular situation. The other points which I teach my daughter is about credit cards. Okay, so when I got my first credit card, right, I don't believe I understood that, okay, this money that I'm spending, right, I need to pay all of it back. Well, no, don't get me wrong, I knew I was meant to pay all of it back, but I don't think I understand the impact of the interest that I was going to be charged if I don't pay everything back in full. And initially, when I did get the credit card, I did not understand the impact it would have on my credit score, which is a very hard lesson that I've had to learn, you know. So it's not an easy job. Like, I've literally been talking for the last 5 minutes and I wasn't recording. And prior to that, obviously you can see that my background is different. I was recording then and the card was full, but I didn't even realize. So now I'm keeping an eye on this. Anyways, going back to the point I was making in regards to things that I teach my kids about money or about finances. So the first one, I mentioned was budgeting. Second one is understanding how to use a credit card. The third one is an emergency fund. So I have been teaching my daughter to have an understanding of what an emergency fund is. So basically it's you putting money aside in case of an emergency in the future. And I have used examples at her own level to be able to understand the concept of having an emergency. Now I've switched to my mobile phone because my battery on my camera has died. I can't remember which point I stopped at. So I was basically talking about the points that I, just the different elements that I teach my kids, my little girl, on the aspects of money. The first one I mentioned was budgeting. The second one was understanding how to use a credit card or at her own level, thing advanced or anything like that. The third one is understanding the concept of an emergency fund. The fourth one is having to understand the difference between wants and needs. So on a regular basis, we do sit down and I put down a piece of paper. I say to her, okay, tell mommy what you want and tell mommy the things that out of this list that you actually do need. And it's just to basically help her understand the concepts of spending money on things that she needs versus the things that she wants. Wants are like wishes. Wants are like aspirations of things that you will potentially want to spend your money on, while needs are things that actually you do need at this point in time. So those are the sort of things I use examples at her own level to explain that sort of concept. And then the final one is having a financial goal. You can use different examples on your child's level of understanding to explain the concepts. So in terms of financial goals, one of the things that I know I always teach my daughter is I always ask her, okay, what do you want to achieve? What do you want to, if say for example, she has a desire to buy something, right? I will say to her, come, let's mommy help you, or write it down and say, look, this is what I want. This is my financial goal. I want to get this LOL door, right? And this is how much it's going to cost me. Okay, how am I going to get to that point? And the weird thing, right, that has actually motivated her to offer mommy her services and ask for payment for it, which, to be quite honest, I don't actually mind. I indulge her because it's helping to build that experience that, look, if I want something in life, I would put plans in place to achieve it. Anyways, not to ramble too much because I've been trying to record this video with different options, the phone, the camera, the this, the that, recording without audio and blah blah blah. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed my video so far. If you've watched up until this point, I want to say thank you. And thank you for coming back, and I would post another one pretty soon. So you take care, have a lovely day, a lovely morning, lovely afternoon, a lovely evening, wherever you are, and I will speak to you soon. Take care.